What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you are all doing well and taking care of yourselves. This morning we are hanging out with this beautiful milk snake here. Check him out, check him out. Just love him, super stunning. So I was actually going through some of my old video ideas. I was just like, okay, let me pull that back up and see what I had on there. And there was this one that I don't remember what sparked the idea of wanting to make the video, but I do remember ranting about it in my brain. And then I started going, thinking about it again and going over it again in my mind. So I figured, well, since it's in there, I'm going to go ahead and make the video on this topic. Now, there really does seem to be just this kind of invisible blanketed something that sits upon the reptile community that is I feel like mostly seen when you are a newer keeper, just kind of coming into the hobby. But if you've been around long enough, you've experienced it, and if you haven't, well, then you most likely will at some point. And it's just that there's this sense of elitism that seems to settle into the community at times. And because there's like, there's the folks that are what I guess you could call common keepers. The ones that keep more common animals like ball pythons, corn snakes, the ones that you would more likely find in a reptile store if you were to walk into one. And that's just, and it's great, and it's a mass majority of the community, to be honest. But then you have then you have those folks, who always just try to come in and just like, oh, well, that's cute, that's real cute. You got yourself a ball python there, that's super cute. Wait till you level up and get yourself, and they'll whip out some big giant anaconda, or a giant oversized and overweight retic, or a big old Burmese python, or something like that, and they're just like, yeah, wait till you get to this level, that's cute with your little ball pythons, like, and they're just like banging their chests and acting like they're big and they're bad because they've got these big giant snakes, and they're like pretty much telling people that they're not important, or they're not, they're nothing yet because haven't started working with these big animals yet. And so there's those folks, guys, and if you haven't experienced it, you most likely will at some point in your life. They're just out there, and they come up, I feel like, mostly on newer keepers posts. When you see somebody's like, I just got my first ball python, and they're super excited, I feel like there's always just that one a-hole that comes on there. It's just like, yeah, wait till you get to this level, and then post a picture of their big giant snake, and it's just so much. And I have more to say on that, but then okay, there's those folks. Okay, then you got the next level of elitists who are just like, oh, you guys are cute with your little ball pythons and your little corn snakes. Oh, and you're cute over there with your big old giant snakes. Oh, that could wrap you up and kill you. Oh, big so danger. Check out my danger noodle that if it even bit me once, I'd die. Wait till you get on that level. Oh my goodness. Oh, and wait. I can't even handle these snakes. They're so dangerous. I can't even handle them. But wait, watch me post you a picture of me handling it. Huh, wait till you get on that level. I'm so cool. I'm the best. Now I know these people aren't actively like this, but this is just kind of what I see in my mind when I see some of the posts and comments that you see from people who are like this. You know what I'm saying. If you have been around long enough, you have seen this different level of elitism. The giant snake keepers who think they're better than the commoners because they keep giant snakes, or that there is some higher level than a commoner because they keep these giant snakes, and the hot keepers that are just like banging their chests like, oh, all of that is weak when I have something that I can't barely even handle because it's so dangerous. Wait till you get to that level. It's just out there, and like I said, I see it so much more on new keeper posts, and it's dumb, and it's dangerous because you get so many newer keepers out there who are just like who really are serious about this hobby, but they're being made to feel like, because they're not keeping this big giant retic, or this dangerous hot freaking viper that could kill them in a second, like that they're not going to be seen as important in the hobby, that they're not going to be as valued because they're choosing to go with something that's better suited for them. Because the fact of the matter is, Not everybody is suited for a retic. Not everybody has the space, the time, the strength, as well as the desire to even want something that big, or the desire to mess with something that could kill you with a single bite. That's not made for everyone. And so for people to come on and be like, oh, well, wait till you get to this level, or level up to this one day, kid, or whatever, it's just like it's dangerous because not everybody is suited for that. And you're going to make somebody who's new to this hobby feel obligated to get into something that they're not ready for one, nor do they want. But to feel like they are going to be taken seriously, they feel like they have to go get it. They have to do that. They have to get involved with that. And that's just not what we want to do. The fact of the matter is, we are all madly in love with these creatures that are absolutely underrated and feared and unliked by most of the world. We are the exception here. We are the ones that see how beautiful these animals are. So if you love your big giant retics, I love that you love those. If you love your big anacondas, I love that you love those. Your Burmese, I love it. Your corn snakes, I love it. Your vipers and your hots, I love it. I love all of it. I love that you have that passion. You're important. You're important. You're a part of this hobby. And it's important for people to see that passion. It's not important to bash down other people because they're not into that as well. Whether that's several years down the line, they could still be into it and still never want to deal with the retic or a hot snake, and that's just reality. We don't need to bash them for it. We don't need to make them feel like they're less significant or less important or less valuable to this community because they've made that choice to do that. Like, that is just, it's just not okay. It's just not okay. And I'm tired of seeing it. I don't think I'll ever stop seeing it, but it's something that's out there. And if you haven't experienced it, you will. And I just want you to know it when you do. Don't listen to that crap. Don't even bother to be phased by that because you right now have found the animal that you love. And if one day in your future you do decide to go into with one of those other larger snakes, awesome, dude. Do that. But otherwise, you keep doing you. You do what you're passionate about. You keep the animals that you love, that you want, because that's also how a lot of animals mess around and get put back in the on YouTube, I mean, on Craigslist, on Facebook, all needing to be rehomed because people got into something they weren't actually passionate about. And I have said it before, and I will say it 1,000 times. If you are going to be an animal, you absolutely need to know that you're passionate about it. That's why, even just having beginner snake lists can be great, but I'll never say that you can't get something more advanced or maybe more intermediate as a first snake, especially if it's something that you're actually passionate about. If there's not a beginner snake that you're actually passionate about, that you could do the proper amount of research and the proper amount of studying and get yourself some hands-on experience at least to prepare yourself for bringing in that more advanced snake even as a beginner. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on it, and it's something that I saw, and I remember ranting about it back then. My brain went on a rant about it again this time. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to say about it. I don't want to go on forever in this video, but yeah. So that's it, guys. I don't really know what else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and just like wrap up the video because I don't know what else to say. So there's that, and remember, like you're you. There's no I'm better than you because I'd keep this or that and you keep that. Like, the fact of the matter is, there are some awesome animals out there and we all love them. So let's support each other loving them, and that's just that. Period. All right. So you all take care. You love your reptiles, love yourselves, love your loved ones, and you all keep spreading those herps. Oops, sorry.